and I don't want to speculate about what's going on inside Donald Trump's brain. What I can see are Donald Trump's actions, which are very, very consistent, and that is to encourage pollution and to act as if there was no such thing as climate change and to go on about his business and try and promote fossil fuels and greenhouse gas emissions. So I don't really care what he thinks.
Yeah, and the question, of course, is what now the rest of the country is going to do. And you've had a few mayors, several mayors, governors, etc., decide that maybe it's time to just ignore what's happening in the White House and take action on their own. Pittsburgh's mayor was right out of the gate said in response to Donald Trump's statement that he represents Pittsburgh and not Paris. In fact, Hillary Clinton received over 80% of the vote in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh stands with the world and will follow the Paris Agreement. Mustafa, I was actually in California and had a chance to interview the Lt Governor. California is now part of a compact that is going to follow the Paris Agreement guidelines despite Donald Trump. This is what Gavin Newsom had to say.
Remember, this is the economy that's outperforming every other.
Right.
The president wants 3% GDP growth. Come to California. Last year, 2.9% GDP growth, not despite, but because of these strategies. 2.3 million jobs in the last 7 years as we've been implementing these strategies. So this notion, this gobbledygook, this nonsense that somehow these proposals and principles are going to hurt your economy belies the facts on the ground here in the nation's largest economy.
Are there any facts, Mustafa, to back up the idea that trying to control climate change, that the strategies to try to roll it back hurt the economy?
No, it actually benefits the economy. And I'm glad to see 180 mayors have come together to say that if the president will not lead in this space, that they will. He also is missing a great opportunity around creating economic opportunities also. So it's really a shame to see him not thinking in a very progressive and forward-thinking way that will benefit our country for decades to come.
And Tom, just the facts on the ground. Let's just get a few of them out there. So the jobs that are created by coal, which Donald Trump has made it clear that he thinks he can bring back the coal industry. As of 2016, the coal industry created 160,000 jobs. The solar industry created 373,000 plus jobs, more than twice as much. Let's go to slide 8, which is the coal industry jobs 2012 versus 2016. They've gone from 90,000 to 50,000 jobs. And meanwhile, the United States remains the largest carbon polluter, not just in the world, but in history. You can see us right there at the top of that chart. Number 2 is Canada, then Russia, Japan, and Germany. Is there any truth to the argument, Tom Steyer, that trying to control climate change would destroy the economy, or that you can bring back coal as the answer to America's economic needs?
There's no truth to that. The fact of the matter is, and American business is fighting to get this message out, that the cost lines have crossed and renewables and storage are cheaper than fossil fuels. So from here on out, regardless of what the administration says, we're moving to a clean energy economy. The question is, how fast and how do we take care of workers who are displaced by the change in technology? That is something that's very important, but the fact of the matter is, progress is moving on. We're going to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, and we're going to create jobs as we do it. We have to rebuild America in a clean way.
Yeah, we got to continue this conversation. Mustafa Ali and Tom Steyer, thank you both for being here. We will do this again. And coming up in our next